This is Applied Griffins. I'm Tyrell, and this is Space Engineers. Uh, so, it's been a while since I've done any videos. Real life has got in the way, and haven't had as much time to do things as I would like, but today I'm trying to get back to it. And you might have seen this ship ahead in front of you right now. This is the Cal Mark III. I have I've made a few changes to it, added these pods, added some emissive strips. Just in generally had some fun with it. Now this is well, I obviously still like this ship. It's a great ship. It's got all the components that I like. It's interesting looking. I mean, yeah, it's kind of boxy, I suppose, but I do like it. But this ship, as big as it is, was designed for 4 people. So it has 4 pods and you know, space. Basically room for 4 and seats and so on. So I set myself this challenge to build a ship that is quite large and that can house 10 people. And so that's what I came up with here. Now, there's something else I also tried, and that is I wanted to try this as a modular approach. So let me get inside here, and I'll show you a little bit of what I mean. So this piece back here, you'll see each of them has one of these. I I suppose I can go inside and show you real quick. So the goal is to have a module that is self-contained, each module. So it needs to have its own backup power, backup air generation. It also needs to be able to seal itself in the event of a breach in air, like a air tightness breach. So to make that, like I said, I created this thing which defines the size of that module over there. And here I have power, I have oxygen generation, I have some programmable locks. I think I've got Tim running here. I've got some gravity for this section. And down below, I've also got some health stations and so on. I can turn my goodies back on. I can re-up. So this is the support. This thing's going to get thrown away. All of these get thrown away when I'm done. So the piece that's of importance, obviously now, is this piece over here, this gray piece. So the requirement is to have a door of some sort down and at that location right here. We need to have all these redundant conveyors so that if a side of the ship gets blown up or something, that there are still multiple paths for the conveyors. We also have at this location, I have a one of these maintenance passages that needs to come in at this location, and obviously there needs to be a spot for to get in, obviously, into this module. And on the other side, if I go around, you'll see exactly the same thing again. In this case, I didn't have the conveyors going along the sides because I have these hangers over here, and I wanted that to be a clean look. But this module will fit into any other module with the same thing, the same layout, if you will. As you can see right now, obviously these passageways are clear, so that they will provide a straight pass right through the ship, allowing you to get into each module. And then down here is, right now these are airtight doors. I will replace these once I put the modules together with just regular, the normal airtight doors, or regular airtight doors. And I'm going to have a script going that will, that I'll set them up, the names and stuff for easy airlock script, which will be turned off by default. And then if any of the air vents in a specific group indicate that they have a loss of oxygen, the easy airlocks script will start running, and those doors will close, sealing off the proper areas. So I'm not going to do a huge walkthrough of everything, just because hopefully at some point I'll give you a walkthrough of the entire ship. But to give you an idea, these are drop pods basically. So there's a hangar door down below there, and each of these modules is a pod for, then there's 10 of these. So it's one for each crew member, and each crew member will go and tweak their module. I still need to fill in all of these bays with these modules, but each member will fill in. Each crew member will color it the way they want. They'll put their name in there, etc., and they will then have their own personalized escape pod. This has all the regular things that are needed. It has ions. It has atmospherics. Hopefully it has sufficient power. I haven't tested it yet on land, so we'll have to find out about that later. Something else about this compartment is that built in over here, so one of the issues I have is if you have a decompression system and your air tanks are full, even though you turn them off, the oxygen tanks can get full. And of course, once they're full, you're done. You won't be able to depressurize, not in a normal way. So what I have is I have a script that I wrote that if the oxygen tanks are, I think, more than 80% full, these are removable shutters, I think, airtight shutters. This one here opens up, and there's another one inside there that opens up that is vented to the outside. And that'll allow the air to escape in a controlled fashion instead of just opening the hangar doors and having everything just rush out. That is at least the plan at this point. So I can run you in here quickly. I'll walk so you can see that. So, and that's another thing. Each module has to have its own compartmentalized gravity. And like I said, oxygen, power, all those different types of things, lighting, etc., etc. So this one over here, we have 2 hangar bays for various small ships. There's this control area here, which will allow you to close or open these doors to the thing here. Right now, you can see those lights are still flashing red. I was busy testing the script, but those will be green in this case when the pressure is good. So yeah, see, I was in the middle of running something, but those go flashing red when it's opening up, and then they stay red when it's open, and then vice versa when it goes the other way around. Moving up. So this I'm calling the primary housing, or maybe I don't know. Basically, it's for the living quarters. So it's like the PLM, maybe primary living primary living module, I should say. So everything is done in a way to kind of make it, in this case for this module, kind of pleasing for the people living here. You have some plants and stuff. In here, obviously, you can see you have the gravity generator. There's an air vent that's hidden in there, so that even if this door is closed, which it should be normally, all of that's good. And then you have these. Ultimately, you have 10. Rooms, living quarters, I guess. And each of these has a bed. They have their own air vent, a bit of a couch there. They've got some, wash things, shower, etc. As a vent there to get the air, allow the air to flow between these two rooms. And they all look kind of the same. So these ones down here are kind of all, similar in size. They're not really large, but they're big enough. And sometimes I wish we had more blocks to choose from to make these things look a little bit better. But that's kind of where we're at right now. So next, and I might actually replace these as well with regular doors that will close in the event of pressure loss. So this is the top floor. Come on, there you go. Yeah, see, it's kind of a pain, and that's why I wouldn't mind if these were just open doors that you could walk freely into each of these rooms. But then, oh geez, I guess I put that one the wrong way around. And then, you know, do the things otherwise. Now, something else I need to do, I saw this on Epictetus's, one of his latest episodes. Put something on there like as if it's a television, because that's what it's intended to be. You can see nothing fancy here. So each room has everything. Oh, another thing I forgot to show you is each room also has a 1x1 container that is set to locked and hidden for Tim. So he can't actually get it. You can see a little bit different color scheme up here. We have these. I love these little doors. I wish I could get doors with so you can put your own text on, but these doors hide a little room with some more cargo. Some cargo there. We got some timers, some programmable blocks, and this kind of runs the whole module. There's some more living quarters. And here is one of these health stations. And along the sides here, you can see we have a good 5 on each side, so 10 pods. It has its own oxygen generation so that it can, again, provide on, you know, if everything was cut off, if this module was on its own, it would still have power, it would still have gravity, it would still have oxygen, etc., etc. Has storage for ice and all that kind of stuff. And then here you can see I customized this one for myself, so that gives you an idea of everyone would again customize their modules for their own use. Alright, so that's pretty much it for this guy, for this module I should say. Oh, and here's there's an airlock here that goes down into the maintenance tunnel, so that gives you a way to get in the maintenance tunnel to be able to get to this module. And here we go. Now outside, and running all the way down. Now, if you have any ideas and suggestions, of course, feel free to put them in the comments. I would love to hear what you think. This is kind of an experiment. I don't know. I think it has the potential to create. Now we can get the spot to press, but could create a very interesting module or an interesting idea, I think. Now, also another thing is that these things are all designed with the idea that they're going to be covered with a layer of heavy armor. So I'll put all these modules together, and then I will have a single color like my red or whatever that will go and cover it. And so on these I probably have slanted blocks that kind of enclose this glass a little bit. I might even, you know, you could possibly, I don't think I'll do this, but I mean, you could potentially put some blast doors, like hangar doors that can close and protect these windows in the event of a situation. This one here, as you can tell, another one of these, it's a combination, and right now I haven't finished this yet, but I'm not even sure how that will work, but this is a combination of hydrogen and ion thrusters, and it actually all works really well. It's airtight, and I would like to ultimately replace those, or add, I should say, atmospherics, enough of them in there, but I haven't done that yet. We'll get there eventually. It's too many things to do, you know. You only got so much time. In here, you can see it's got this red look for the for this. You can see I have storage. I have, so again, this module on its own would be the entrance for the maintenance tunnels. Has its own grav. It has some batteries down there. It has hydrogen. It has some oxygen generators, so it can generate its own oxygen. And you know, what else? So all of that. So again, this is able to at least act or continue working for a while. As you see, there's quite a number of batteries here because, well, I mean, ion thrusters need to still continue to work. Oh, that was another thing. That each of my modules would actually have some of these medical stations, so that if you get injured in this zone, you can run down here and get healed. You can see these are those actual thrusters, and it's kind of cool. So you can actually get in here and do maintenance and make modifications and whatever else you might need. So this is the primary propulsion module, the PPM. So now we go out and up and away. That's a primary propulsion module. This is the primary living module. This one here again, you can see the same concept. Everything has to be self-sufficient. This one I put these kind of interior, it's kind of actually funny now I think about it. They're interior blocks, but I guess they're just regular blocks. And all of this will be covered, and I'll slant them and make it look kind of nice, and it's got some slants going there. And I don't know, it just felt like making this module a little bit more colorful, I suppose, although it's kind of this dreary green color. Also, having the multiple layer thing means that I can have the interior of this be green, for instance, but the exterior will be the red color or whatever color I decide. It does give you that option, which is kind of cool. As you can tell, I have a ton of refineries with all of the modules on there. I have a bunch of assemblers with all of their modules on here. I have backup batteries there, as you can tell. I have health. Again, doors both sides. And going upstairs, and again, there's vents everywhere. Here I have a number of large storage containers. You can see I have a bunch of hydrogens. So 1, 2, 3 is a whole ton. This is going to be obviously a rather large ship, so I hope I have enough storage for everything. And this one has, as you can tell, also has a very industrial kind of look to it, which I like, because I mean this is after all an industrial module. It's the PIM, maybe primary industrial module. I don't know. So again, there's doors on either side, and these will be replaced with regular doors because this area is not normally going to be depressurized. So having those doors open under normal conditions, I think, would be perfectly fine. So here we go, and there's a few of these modules that I think I might wait until I have them all connected to completely finish them. But this one here is my power module, and there's more than well, actually I say that, but there is a number of reactors. If you start using the nanite control factory and the beam drill and so on, you do end up using a lot. But here I also have, this is basically where I have all of the jump drives all neatly lined up in here. That should give me the capability to do, well, honestly, I haven't actually tested it with this size of a ship, so I don't know how much of a jump I can make, but it's all in here. As you can tell, more backup batteries, because again, all of these units will need quite a bit of power. So again, if you're in an emergency situation, your reactors have been taken out or whatever the case is, hopefully the battery backup power will be sufficient to charge the jump drives that you can, possibly get out of whatever situation you were in. Again, redundancy is the key here for the objective, I guess, for this thing. So then here we end up with, yeah, I hope you guys kind of get the feeling for this. It seems to be disjointed a little bit, so I'm kind of running through all these different modules, but this one here is not even close to being done yet. But the idea here, well, where did I go? Sorry, to make you dizzy. I've used some of those large hangars doors, and I have it going to the top so that I can stick my command module in the front of this. I think this will be towards the front of the ship. That's another thing as well, is with this kind of a layout, is that I should be able to configure things in different ways, and maybe put the modules in different locations of the ship. This will actually end up being a rather long ship in the end. I'm not sure how it's going to look yet. Again, this is an experiment. I'm trying to see where this goes, but I mean, you can get the idea, I think. Obviously here I still need a way to get downstairs, some stairs or whatever. And I was considering, so this is a pretty decent size hangar. I was considering somewhere in here possibly having, I don't know, like an elevator that goes down or something, but unfortunately, pistons take up quite a bit of room. So maybe that won't happen, but I need to refine this space and come up with, a good use for this, and to make it look nice and everything. Right now there's no windows either. I'm thinking I might have to add some windows to make it, just a bit more interesting. Now, this one, I'm actually going to start by showing it from the outside. Okay, so first of all, normally the back module has all of the propulsion moving forward, left, right, up, and down. I mean, sorry, back. You know what I mean? The backwards facing, upwards facing, down facing, left and right facing. No forward, so I need to do the forward. And obviously having a bunch more, up and left and right and all that is not a bad idea. And as you can tell, I have a fair number of atmospherics in here. Not enough yet, I don't think, I'm afraid, but quite a bit. And then this one, please give me your comments. Actually, be gentle, because I put this thing together. So you need to have all this forward facing, pieces, and I then put this kind of command deck, and I was like thinking, well, I can have it go up, and it'll be interesting, and maybe play with the glass a little bit, give it this kind of a interesting look, but I don't know. Yeah, give me your opinion. Maybe it's good, maybe it isn't. I don't know. Going into this thing, this obviously is going to be the front of the ship. Oh, and that's another reason why you'll notice that the red that's on there, that's exterior cladding. I had to put that on there obviously because this ship this module is different in the sense that it doesn't obviously cover. It doesn't cover the whole thing. It's kind of different in how it operates. You can see here that I have this lower area, like a window up there. I need to fill in and figure out what to do with here. I think this one doesn't have like all its batteries yet and all that kind of stuff. That would have to come. I'm wondering if I might have some more like med bays up in the top here. Again, this is the command deck, so this is where all that's going to happen. You're going to have a really good view here. At least that you can say with this whole surround view thing. You can look pretty much in every direction down here. Obviously for a ship of 10, you would expect there to be at least 10 seats, so maybe put 2 more here and maybe have some back there. I was even thinking of adding some chairs to like the engineering section and the propulsion. I don't know. You'd think if you had a crew of 10, they might not all be up in this section. They'd be potentially in different spots, but this one also has obviously access to the maintenance area. It also then has these spaces. You can look up there. It's kind of cool looking, like this industrial kind of look. I had to put okay. So there's a story behind these plates. So it kind of makes sense, but these are like ion drives and hydrogen thrusters. They're airtight, so they're great. You can put them there. They're airtight, no big deal. These ones, however, are atmospherics, and oh well, guess what? The air is supposed to be able to like flow through it. So these ones are not airtight. So I ended up having to put like cladding all the way there, cover up all those engines. This is just regular. There's the hydrogens and the ions. But so I had to cover up all of the thrusters so that I could get this thing to be airtight. So that's what all that was about. So that all of that is that. And then when you try to, this is something that's kind of annoying. So because this thing is taking up that space, it's now quite difficult to color this, what I'm pointing at right now, these walkways, to change the color to white, for instance. So I need to figure out how to get that right. But so, wow. That was kind of a whistle stop fast tour. It was a whistle stop? I don't know. Oh, lovely. Well, okay. Well, you wanted some excitement. Yeah, you had it. Oh, I guess I have it. Oh, I can spawn at any of those metals. I didn't even know that. That's pretty cool. Well, I can respawn there, but that's really all I wanted to show you. I would like to show you a quick view. Oh, wait, no, maybe you cannot go there. Did I mess up myself now that I'm not able to spawn? Oh, geez, really? Well, that might be a quick end there. Wow. Suit medical room. No, medical room 3. Where is this? Quite honestly, I don't even know where this is. This could. Oh, wait a minute. I know where this is. Okay, good. This is. Oh my goodness, the color's been nuts in here. I was messing around with some colors and things went horribly wrong. This is inside the Cal 3. So there you go. You can get a decent view of the whole thing. So if you like this, please mash that little thumbs up like button. If you want to see more, obviously, if you want to see more content, please subscribe. Again, it's much appreciated. I'm trying to get my account up and make it worthwhile to do these. So yeah, hopefully next time I chat with you guys, or see you, or I guess see you. Hi, that's so funny. Next time I chat with you guys, I'll have this all put together. And now that I'm looking at that, that's going to be one huge ship. Also, maybe I have some ideas to break up the box look of it. I'm not sure how to do that yet. Might have to have something coming up the side. So if you have suggestions, again, please place your comments in the comments down below. And thanks for watching.